15th year.
What's your rank?
I'm a W02.
What is W02?
Warrant Officer Class 2.
Did you serve in the office of the President?
No, sir.
Where are you saying you're at Farafenye now?
Yes.
Where were you in 2016? Where were you serving?
I was the orderly to General Baji.
All right. Where exactly were you stationed when you were orderly to General Baji?
Yes, ma'am.
Where were you stationed? Where was your station?
Former medical.
Former medical?
Yes, before entering the State House, the office before entering.
Is that where the offices of General Baji was?
Yes, ma'am.
Before entering State House?
Yes, sir, on the right.
Okay. As you turn into Independence Drive?
No, ma'am. If you are just at the roundabout at the market,
yes.
If you just will going into the State House, the first building you have on the right.
I see.
Before having the main gate.
Okay. So that was not part of the State House complex? Was it part of the State House complex?
It was part of it, yes, ma'am.
It was referred to as part of the State House complex?
It was part of it.
Okay. How long were you the orderly for General Baji for?
8 months.
8 months, from when to when?
From April to December.
April 2016 to December 2016.
Yes, ma'am.
Before that, where were you serving?
I was serving at the military intelligence.
Stationed where?
State Guards.
State Guards. In the office of the President? Or at State House?
At State House.
The same place where General Baji
opposite.
Was? General Baji was the commander of the State Guards?
He was the commander, Republican National Guard.
What did your duty entail as orderly to General Suleiman Baji? What were your duties?
My duties was to keep the office clean before he come and to make sure to take care of his uniform, boots, and if he treat files, to remove it from the office to the orderly room. That was my job.
Right. Did you have any job in relation to money?
Money?
Yes.
No, I don't deal with money, but if he sends me to go and collect money, I do go.
Where did he send you to collect money?
I could remember he sends me once to the governor, Central Bank, that is Mr. Abdul Koli, to collect money from him.
Okay. And you collected the money?
Yes, ma'am.
I would like to show you a document. Okay. The document is marked Exhibit CB20, but I would like you to look at the third page of this document and the last. Tell me whether you had anything to do with the third page and whether you are the person in the copy of the ID card in the last page.
All right, ma'am.
Have you seen that document before? This is a memo, not on letterhead, said to be from the Office of the President to the Governor Central Bank, and it's entitled Request for Payment, Cash Withdrawal from Vision 2016 Account. It says, with reference to the request for cash withdrawal in Dalasi, equivalent of 11,300 pounds sterling, from Vision 2016 account on behalf of His Excellency the President of the Islamic Republic of the Gambia, I have been directed to receive the amount on behalf of the Office of the President. And it's signed, Yankuba Kuli. Have you seen this before?
No.
Is that your signature?
This is my signature, yes.
So
I signed, when I went to the governor's office,
yes,
I told him I am sent by General Baji to come and receive money. He said, okay, sit down. And I sat. He brought this document that you are going to sign, that you are the guy who came to collect the money. Are you with an ID card? I said, yes. He said, can you give me your ID card? And I gave him the ID card, the governor himself. He called one lady to go and photocopy the ID card. And after he came, and then he gave me this document to sign. And he told me that we're supposed to give you 11,300 pounds. But there is no pounds in the central bank. But I have spoke with General Baji already. Now I'm going to pay you in dollars so that you can take it to him. I said, okay. And he told me the amount is going to be $698,905. So that was the money he gave me, and I took it to General Baji.
Okay. And this was in October 2016?
On the 13th October 2016.
And you signed that document?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know Noah Williams, Jame?
Yes, ma'am, I know Noah.
Okay. What work was he doing in your office?
He was the OC military police.
You were in the same complex?
Different complex.
Where was he stationed?
The main entrance of the State House, sir. Ma'am, brother.
After your own complex?
Just after our office.
Okay. As you enter the main gate?
You normally pass through them, because if you want to visit the state, you normally pass through their desk. He's the guy responsible of the gate. He's their commander.
And he has his own office there? He has his own office?
Yes,
ma'am. Mr. Kuli?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Jame, Noah Williams, MS Jame, told this commission that he did collect huge sums of money in cash, which he said he handed over to General Baji. Now, you are the oddly to General Baji. That means you are around him all the time. Is that not correct?
Not all the time.
Okay. You are around him. How long are your duties? What hours are you with him?
From 8, sometimes to 4, sometimes less than that. Sometimes I did not even go to office. Because you may tell me, go home, mom is sick, you go with him to the hospital.
Mom, meaning your mom or his mom?
His mom.
His mom. Were you present on any occasion when Noah Williams brought money to General Baji?
You know, I cannot say that I am present, because normally I do not be inside the office. I'm always at the gate. So if he comes, normally he used to come to the office, but I don't know what he brings. But coming there is, even breakfast, sometimes he have it in the office.
With General Baji?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But you've seen him bring suitcases to the office?
Yeah, sometimes. So him with suitcase. But I did not confirm what is there.
You've never been present inside the office when, have you? But you've helped him with those suitcases, surely?
No. If I'm called inside the office, maybe my boss want to send me. But my station is outside at the reception. Like if somebody come to...
Go ahead.
Like if somebody is around to see him, I'll just call him, sir. So is here, I say he want to see you. Or sometimes he will leave a list on the reception that these are the people coming to see me. If they come, you call me, or you come and tell me.
Has there been occasions when you helped Nuha Williams Jame with his suitcases into the office of General Baji?
Yes, ma'am.
But you're saying you never asked him what was in the suitcases?
Never. I never asked you what is here.
And he never opened them in your presence?
No.
So when you took the 11,300 GBA in Dalasi, 698,905, what did you do with it?
I gave it to General Baji.
And that's it? He didn't tell you what it was all about?
No, ma.
Did he count it?
No, I did not count it, because when I received it from the governor, he told me this is the amount. I said, all right, sir. And I took it to him. I said, it's here. Because
did he count it, the general?
General Baji?
Yes, when you gave him the money.
No idea, because I gave him the money and I left outside.
Okay. You didn't see him count it?
No.
You are still at the same place? Where are you stationed now? You say, oh, Farafenye.
Farafenye, yes, ma'am.
You're an oddly still? What are you doing in Farafenye?
No, I'm not an oddly. I'm a company CSM now.
Company?
CSM.
What is a CSM?
It's a military term, ma.
Yes. What does it stand for?
Company Sergeant Major.
Company Sergeant Major. That's a promotion?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. No further questions for Mr. Kuli? No further questions for you.
Very well, Sergeant Major, you may go. You may leave. Go.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right. That's what they call himself, Company Sergeant. Yes.
Could the Secretariat follow up about Nuha Williams and find out why he's not here, please? I call Lamin S.I. Jame, former governor.
Okay.
I swear by the Almighty Allah
I swear by the Almighty Allah
that the evidence I shall give to this commission
that the evidence I shall give to this commission
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing
but the truth.
So help me Allah.
So help me God.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You can wait for further instructions.
Okay.
Kindly state your full names to the commission.
I am Lamin S.I. Jame.
Where do you live, Mr. Jame?
I live in Sitanonko, in Nyomi.
North Bank.
North Bank, yes.
North Bank region.
Exactly.
What work do you do at the moment?
Pardon?
What work are you doing at the moment?
At the moment, I'm a farmer. I'm working in my garden.
Would you like to sit down, Mr. Jame?
Thank you.
Mr. Jame, you were a public servant.
I was?
You were a public servant.
Yes, I was a public servant.
Okay. What position did you hold?
I held the position of governor of North Bank region. That was the last position I held.
For how long?
5 years.
5 years from when to when?
From 2012 February to 2017.
What
Same
month? February.
Same month.
February 2017.
Yes.
Before that, what positions did you hold, if any, in?
I was
government?
also a district chief for 16 years.
Okay. What
in
years?
Oponyomi,
During which years?
from 1996 to 2012.
So from district chief, you became governor.
Prior to which I taught as a qualified teacher, and of course unqualified teacher from 1980 to 1996 when I had the appointment as district chief.
1980 to 1996.
Yes.
And from from district chief, you became the governor of the North Bank region.
Exactly.
Mr. Jame, sometime in, not sometime actually, in July 2014, you received $600,000 from the Central Bank of the Gambia. Can you tell us why?
I remember having received $600,000, although the specific dates I cannot remember. But probably because it was the only 600,000 ever I had, I can remember for what it was meant. It was meant for me to purchase animals and provide meat on sale for the people of the region who could have accessed it for the month of Ramadan that particular year.
Who actually authorized you to receive 600,000 from the Central Bank of the Gambia?
The then President of the Republic,
And you,
which information came to me through, I think, the protocol.
the protocol.
Yes.
Who was the protocol at the time?
Sana Jaju, if I'm not mistaken.
And you received this money from the Central Bank?
Yes, I also gave authorization to my accountant, who on my behalf received it and brought it to me.
How did the information come to you that you were to sell meat to your people during Ramadan?
The information came through a telephone call that we were to meet in Banjul for the purpose. I remember the first day when we came, we were not even able to access the money that day. And that was why at a later date when we were scheduled to come, I delegated somebody who acted on my behalf.
So the telephone call came from where?
From State House, Office of the President.
Do you remember who called you?
I cannot remember that frankly.
You said you were called to a meeting.
No,
You said you were called to a meeting.
we were called for the purpose of coming to receive money in order to buy animals to provide meat for our populace for the month of Ramadan.
Did you attend any meeting at which the issue was discussed at State House?
That was the first day we came. When the money wasn't available, we discussed on the issue. basic information was given to us. For example, you will be given money to go and buy animals for Ramadan. 2, you will sell at this price, which I remember was $90 for a kilo of meat and bone. All right? And for steak, if my memory serves me well, was $100. We realized that it was much below the prevailing market price for the time. And because that was realized, it came up as an issue for discussion. We raised concern that if we were to sell this meat at this price, eventually what would happen is that we will be short of the capital we are given. All right? So that was discussed. The same day, information came back, I think after some movement, because we weren't there actually with the president himself. But information was transmitted, and we were told that yes, given the reality that the prevailing market price is this and you are advised to sell at this, you will be expected to account for $500. $500,000, sorry. So that the remaining 100,000 was expected to be part of what we are to encounter as a loss, which in my view was therefore provided as a subsidy for anybody who buys meat at the price at which we are selling.
I see. Now, you keep on talking about we. Who was at the first meeting that you attended when the money was not available?
When I talk about we, really my concentration reflects only on myself and my colleagues. Who the other officers were?
Who are your colleagues, meaning the other governors?
Other governors.
Now, who was the officers, or who were the officers at the office of the president that you dealt with at that meeting that gave you information?
You see, because it has taken some time.
Tell us what you remember. Who was there?
I think I remember Sanajadu.
Was it the governors that requested that this facility be available? The possibility of having cheaper meat in your regions?
If it was ever requested by governors, I was not part of it.
So what did you do with the money?
We went, or I went.
Yes, you.
I went and bought animals for the purpose for which it was meant.
I see. And you, there is record that you paid back 500,000, exactly?
Yes. I paid back 500,000 as advice, and the remaining 100,000 went into the business as loss. Like,
Mr. Jame, that's quite exact. The subsidy you said was 100,000, and your loss was exactly 100,000.
Yes, maybe explanations will make this clear.
I think it's simpler to account, if you can, for the 100,000.
That is what I'm saying.
Yes.
I have a good account of the 100,000, how it went.
Okay. Well, thank you. Sorry, it's just that, we are short on time. And this is money. If you can account for it, you just submit it to the secretariat.
Yes,
that
I
would be
have
fine.
the paper here.
Okay, very good. Can we have the paper? If you want the commission to take it into account. What is this paper? Just for the record, explain what the paper is.
Yes, this paper gives a detailed presentation of how the transaction went with the 100,000